Losing a loved one is one of the most painful experiences we can go through. The grief that follows can feel overwhelming, like a weight on your heart that you don't know how to carry. It can be disorienting, making even the simplest of tasks seem impossible. There are no easy words to soften the blow of losing someone dear to you, but I want to offer you a message of hope today. A message that reminds you that even in the darkest moments, light can be found and healing is possible. The first thing to remember is that grief is not something to be ashamed of or hurried through. It's important to honor the love that you had for the person you lost. Grief is love's echo. It's the proof that this person mattered deeply to you. When we lose someone, we're not just grieving their physical presence, we're grieving all the moments we shared, the memories, the conversations, and the future that we imagined with them. In a way, your grief is a reflection of how deeply you loved and how much they meant to you. It's a testament to the bond you shared. So, as painful as it is, embrace your grief as part of the love story you have with that person. It's okay to cry, to feel angry, or to feel lost. These emotions are natural, and they are part of the healing process. In times of loss, it's easy to feel isolated and alone. But the Bible reminds us that God is near to the brokenhearted. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. God does not abandon us in our sorrow. In fact, He draws closer to us. Even when you feel like no one understands the depth of your pain, God does. He sees your tears, He knows your heartache, and He is there holding you through it. You don't have to face this grief on your own. Allow yourself to lean on God's comfort, even when it feels hard to understand why this loss has happened. He is your refuge and your strength when you feel like you can't go on. Grief is not something you get over. It's something you go through, and it comes in waves. Some days, the waves are small and manageable. Other days, they feel like they're crashing over you, pulling you under. But grief is a journey, and though the path may be long and difficult, you will not always feel as you do right now. Healing doesn't mean forgetting the person you lost or erasing the love you shared. Healing means learning to live with the loss, to carry it in a way that allows you to still move forward with life. It's okay if the healing process takes time. Be gentle with yourself and allow yourself the space to grieve in your own way and in your own time. While grief is intensely personal, many people find healing in discovering meaning within the pain. This doesn't mean that the loss itself makes sense or that you should look for reasons behind it. Instead, it means that over time, you can begin to honor your loved one by finding ways to keep their memory alive, by living in a way that honors the impact they had on your life. Maybe that means carrying forward a tradition they loved, living out a value they cherished, or even using the experience of loss to help others going through similar pain. The greatest way to honor someone's life is to let their legacy live on through you. Though the loss is painful, the love and lessons that your loved one imparted to you can be a source of strength as you move forward. Their influence on your life didn't end with their passing. It continues through the ways you choose to live, grow, and give love to others. One of the greatest comforts we have in times of loss is the promise of eternal life. For those who believe, death is not the end. Jesus said in John 11:25, "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live even though they die." While the physical presence of your loved one is no longer with you, their soul continues in the presence of God. Though the separation feels unbearable now, it is not forever. There is hope in the reunion that will one day take place in eternity. Hold on to that promise in your heart. It doesn't take away the pain of the present, but it offers a light at the end of this dark tunnel, a reminder that love never dies and that God holds your loved one in His eternal embrace. In times of grief, it's important to allow yourself to be supported. Often, we feel like we need to be strong for others, or we isolate ourselves because we don't want to be a burden. But healing happens in community. Allow the people around you to comfort and support you. Whether it's family, friends, a faith community, or a grief support group, Lean into the relationships around you. Don't be afraid to share how you're feeling or to ask for help. In the midst of your sorrow, God is with you, holding you, and offering you the strength to face each day. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. You don't have to be okay. But as you walk through this difficult time, know that healing is possible, one day at a time.